Welcome everybody. Let's take a look at live cattle futures and see what's going on today. The market just closed for the live cattle futures. Closed at 131.875. Today is November 11th, 2021. These are the December 2021 contracts. We can see today was a down day. The range 95 cents. Looking at that candlestick right there. Okay. Looks like the prices for the last few days, guys, have just sitting right there at that 132 mark. I talked about yesterday and the day before how I thought prices were going to gravitate back towards, this 127 50-day moving average. I'm beginning to see again today that the SMI has tightened up. A little hint from the Big Daddy that prices are trying to come down. The MACD continues to be basically no heartbeat, just trading, not trading, but just giving us indication of nothing, just absolutely sideways. It is above the zero line, okay, and the 50-day moving average continues to rise a little bit here. So that's an encouraging sign. Okay. Let's take a look at what happened. Let's just review the monthly. Okay, what do we got going on here? Monthly still showing prices tracking upward. Okay, it's actually kind of a strong MACD indicator. The 50-month moving average is 114.92. Wow, that's a long way from 131 and 87 cents, yeah? So on the monthly, it doesn't look like we've gotten peaky yet. So from a monthly time frame, prices could continue to go up. Let me take a look at what's happening on the weekly. Now the weekly tells a different story. I mentioned this yesterday. The indicators look very peaky, and I see a divergence here. Was that yesterday? It was actually today. Okay, so this just showed up today, guys and gals. This right here, this dot, there's a yellow dot right there, and that means we have a 12-day divergence. Okay, so we just want to be aware of that. Just trying to think back here. 3, 6, 9. So how big of a divergence are we really talking about? 9. Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's coming all the way back to here. So the divergence really is being pulled off of this high back here. It's not much of a divergence, but it is there. We need to be mindful of that. Okay, it has shown up, and if we start getting more dots like we did back over here, then watch out. We're going to get some price decline. Okay, so like I said, on the weekly chart, looks like the Big Daddy is looking a little bit peaky. Looks like it might want to head down. The SMI, Stochastic Momentum Index, is getting pretty tight right here. So that's a really small candlestick. And if we look in the past, you can see here and here, there and there. What happens? We tend to get a pullback every time. Most of the time. Little tiny pullback there. Little candlestick there. Pulls back. So on the live cattle futures on the weekly chart, it does look like it's going to try to pull back. So if this is a rising 50 week and it pulls back, 2 or 3 weeks here, we might be somewhere in this area over here in a couple weeks. Could get down to the 127. Okay. So I think we're headed for the high 120s, maybe even mid 120s coming up here. Probably in the next few weeks. Looks like that's possible. Okay, let me look at the hourly and just see what's going on here at the hourly. What kind of action we got going on here. Little divergence signal going on there on the hourly chart. From last Wednesday, it came up and touched down here and found support on the 50-hour moving average. Remember, we're talking about an hourly chart here. Bounced off of that late last Thursday. It looked like the Friday open. Yeah, 8 a.m. on last Friday. Got a really good bounce off of that for about a day, a little more than a day. Then it's been tracking sideways and a little bit down, and then finally gave it all up. Almost came down and touched the 50-hour. Then a real strong rebound. What day? That was 10 a.m. on November 10th. Real strong rebound. But since then, it's been kind of weak. Came all the way down. And 9 a.m. this morning, basically touched that 50-hour. And the day finished, finished kind of weak here. We're just trying to see if there's a symmetrical shape. Sometimes we'll pick up symmetrical shapes here. Just trying to see if I see anything going on here. Might be a little triangle developing here. So give me a second here as I analyze this kind of on the fly. Kind of a long triangle going on here on the hourly. Kind of looks like a symmetrical triangle to me. The good news is it came into this triangle going up. So the theory behind this, guys and gals, for those who are not into technical analysis, the theory is from where it came from to where it's headed, it'll continue in that direction. So it came up, then came back down, touched here. Basically came up and touched, we'll give it that right there. Came back down. And the theory is that it would come up and break out. But this triangle's not really well formed, so we'll keep an eye on that. It's really close to the 50-hour, so I could easily see it bouncing off that 50 a little bit more. It's possible. But this looks really weak. Everything here looks weak, even on the hourly chart. That looks pretty weak right there, going down. The Big Daddy's going down. The SMI really hasn't turned over yet, but probably will. Okay. Yeah. Okay, one last look at the daily here. Finish up this video. Yeah, price action looks kind of weak here on the daily. And I'm thinking, as weak as this looks, not strong. This is not a strong indication on the daily chart. Yeah. This might be, I don't know, kind of flat lining out here maybe. Yeah. I think we're going to see this, guys and gals. I think we're going to begin to see that. One last look at the weekly. Kind of helps me get an idea of where things are headed. Yeah. Yep. Peakish. Very peakish, especially with this divergence signal right there. That one's 121. I could see it coming down into here in the next week or two, putting us right smack dab in the upper to mid 120s is where I think we are headed for the live cattle futures, guys, over the next few weeks. We'll definitely keep an eye on this. Listen, guys and gals, look at the screen in front of you. Subscribe to the premium membership. It's only $5.95 a month. It's a really good deal. I've had a lot of people sign up in the last 3 days. A lot of people, more than I expected. That's great. I'm pleasantly surprised. But sign up while you can, because the price, I might not be able to hold that price there at $5.95 if a lot of premium members come in, okay? Take advantage of it while you can. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And while you're at it, click that little bell so you get notified of all the videos as they come out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.